Music. I would do one of them. No worries. To be honest, today I meant to be streaming a bit earlier, but I was watching a film and I wanted to finish it. Oh no, we don't want this one. No. We'll go with Sailor. The time is 8:42. I was watching a film, so sort of started later than I expected. No. Let's open up the YouTube chat. There. Brooklyn Design Program. Today I'm going to be building digitally, so basically, just, yeah, I'll talk about what I'm working on. Oh, well. Oh, the quality of that camera's awful. Like, really awful. We need to get that fixed. Ah, I hate that. Oh, and kiss me like a star, and love me like a... Can we change the colour of that? Apparently it was, yeah. I've been told that as well. No, Control Z that. Oh no. Can we just look through the steps? Love me like a sailor. There we go. Anyone got any questions for today? I want to do a bit like what we did yesterday, but also I am designing my Brooklyn Designer Program entry. Well, I'm just updating my previous one because I've made some pretty decent changes to it. Well, I've added a tree to it, so I'll submit that later today or tomorrow. So I wanted to add some other bits as well. But yeah, thought might as well do a stream like yesterday while I do it because you seem to like that. So why not? We really don't want this, do we? No, we're not making it real. Uh, Depends if I go to any events. Maybe Bricktastic next year. Thinking about going to a show in Bristol in November, but that's only a possibility. An empty land, the pathway like the back of my hand. Well done, Sam. The day of the earth. Pretty good videos for looking at it as well. Pretty good views. And by the reef. I don't really let anyone into the stream, but if you send me some photos, yeah, I'll take a look. Have you gone? Yeah, I've just seen it, Ted. Yeah, but be careful that your views don't suddenly drop with doing that, because they just fluctuate. Like, sounds get popular and then they get unpopular, so just keep an eye on it. Yeah, probably. This is... Oh, thank you. Those simple things. Where have you gone? I've been seen times and I need someone to rely on. So tell me when. What sorts of things would you expect in like a pirate hideout? And then I need somewhere to begin. If you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be. Oh, maybe. Also, just found a whole load of gold coins. Can try and use them. Somewhere only we know. Can I zoom in? How can I zoom in? Oh, that's how. So tell me when. Somewhere to begin. If you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything. So why don't we go where only we know? I've just added a pile of money. Let's change up the playlist a bit. Don't know what I'm picking on, to be honest. I have actually put a parrot in already, I think. Have I put a parrot? No, I haven't. That's a good idea. Let's see if I can. I can. But I can't use the red parrot. I'm not going to use a black parrot. Maybe a blue and yellow. Be yours. I would use a parrot, but it doesn't really fit into it. Oh no, maybe if I spin the model round, I can. I know. Let me design a small stand for it. So I need. I've got some old photos. Well, I've got some photos from the previous design. Oh no, and I've got a photo from the current design. Let me pull up an old photo of it first. No. Yeah, that's the sort of thing I was thinking. Let me pull up an old photo. Focus. Wanna be your... I'm not sure how well you can see this. Not very well. But this is the old design. Basically like a box with like a shack on top with a ladder through it. A boat coming out the front. There isn't a waterfall. It's just water out the front of the like the cave. But my current design looks more like this. Yeah. Well, someone from chat actually helped me the other day design in studio the model that I made in person for the tree, because when I submit it to the designer program, people suggested adding a tree, so it now looks a lot more like this. So that tree's been added in. Let me change brightness again. So that tree is quite, and it uses a really interesting building technique. Yeah, it is the hot dog tree. Basically, I couldn't work out how to design it digitally, but someone in chat just said, "Oh, send me some photos of the image, and I'll design it for you." But yeah, to be honest, I was talking to someone that's actually got a model designed and released by Lego, and he hasn't ever thought of that technique. So, pretty cool thing, I think. It might be a new technique people haven't thought about before. I'm sure someone thought about it though. And technician, and today I'm starting book school at 6 the musical. You told me more me started working in theatre like 3 years ago that I would have learned for a West End show. I would be like, yeah, I've seen the hot dog used before. Is that what's playing currently? Girl in Red. I have no idea. Oh yeah, Shazam it. Oh, I know. I could use um. Would that work? Probably not. I think I'm just gonna do one by one. I don't really want that one. I want that one. Alright. Let me actually grab some parts. See if I can design this. This is a 2x2. That doesn't work. It's 2x2, right? That's a 3x3. That's a 2x2. That one works. Sorry, just there. 4x4. That's too big though. I'm gonna go for that one. Ah, I'll want one of them in a minute. So I'll put that part up over there. It's summertime, summertime, summertime. That'd be cool video. Yeah, that'll be cool. I'm not really sure. I'm sort of in a rut at the moment, so not the best person to be honest. Um, oh, that's all in the wrong place. Why don't we just come on, that one, that one, that one. Summertime madness. You can't go that. You have to find somewhere. Right there. Oh yeah, to be honest. Otherwise I probably would have left it for a while. Maybe even overnight. It's fine. We don't need to mention it. It's gone. Yeah, man, I agree. Eating addiction's over. And if you don't mention it, I won't just like grab this tub right here and just like I'll keep the stockpile stocked up. Like I will just go in and just right. Plastic. How long have we been live for? Only 23 minutes. I know, right? But then they make me pay for it, and like I don't think that's fair. I didn't put it in a tub. I just picked up and ate it. Like that's so unfair that they make me pay for it. I just need to eat. I think tomorrow I'm gonna go for like, what should we eat tomorrow? Right, now let's just sort all this into steps. Quite like the updated model. Nah, no thanks. Don't have any spare. Tomorrow I'm going to Warner Brothers. No, I don't fancy it. Yeah. Green's pretty good. Pretty tasty. I need to rotate that. Right. Render. Let's do a quick render of this. Can we rotate it? Rotate it like that. Render. Render. We've been talking. They've been accused of eating Lego again. BDP 11. Create. Yeah, I do. Like, num. A bit like my brother Alec. We all know he eats Lego too. That's what we're also discussing. Maybe. Right, now we need to go and then we start rendering the queue. Render queue. Close that. Now we need to do instructions. Can we like can we not make that all into different steps? Can we like get rid of all the steps? Can't turn them all into no steps. Move everything into step 1. Delete all the other steps. Or we just go instruction. Next big thing coming up. Do you mean Lego wise or life wise? Life wise, probably my driving test and exams. Between these, probably my exam. Got an exam, then I've got a job coming. Actually, basically, over the next few weeks, I'm very busy. Tomorrow I'm going to, or I believe I'm going to, Warner Brothers Studio. Next, a week tomorrow, I've got a meeting about a local fete. Well, pretty good, big fete. Start of May, haven't really got anything. Oh no, I've got an AGM, and then I've got festival stuff. And then 21st of May, I've got an exam. 24th of May, I've got work. From the 30th through to the 14th of June, I've got work, to be honest. No, a lot of it's during the day, but I've got festival/prom event, which I probably won't stream during. It's a 3-day thing, but during those 3 days, we've got basically we put a group of, let's say, 100 people in. I think it's 4 rooms, so 25 in each, for instance. And then every 10 minutes, I think it's every half an hour actually, they switch. So for the first hour, they're on the opposite ends of a big house, a National Trust house, and they swap either end. And then at half time, about an hour in, they swap sides of the house, and then they both sing. So we've got 4 shows happening simultaneously but they happen for each of the 4 shows happen 4 times. And then that's happening 3 times, that's 3 days it's happening, so it's it's a show, it's a musical performance. And normally we just put in some lights to be able to just make it look a bit nice. To be honest, not that difficult for me because I don't have to deal with it, all the people. Let me see if I've got a photo. This is from when we did it 2 years ago. So that's just one of the rooms. That's another one. That's all from 24. Yeah. But this year, they've decided that on top of the lights, which we had to put away at the end of each night, they also want to have a stage in each of the rooms, which we'll also have to put away each night. I'm a lighting, sound, video, whatever I need to at the time, basically. So for that, I help set up the lights and things. For when we do it this year, I'll be helping set up the lights, but also we need to put a stage in every night and take a stage out every night. Well, we need to put in and take out 4 stages every night. So, chaotic. And also at the moment I'm arranging the purchase of speaker stands ready for a fete. No, that one will be paid. Last year before, I did both voluntary. But this year I was thinking about doing it voluntary, but I've already started to charge the event for other stuff I do for them. but I thought if they're wanting a stage every night, I'm going to charge them. I might only be there 3-4 hours, but I'm going to charge them a full day. Which, yeah, 150, pretty good. But yeah. Probably not money for Lego directly. It'll probably be for a trip to, like, it'll probably be put into the Denmark fund. Or something like that. Or even for future stuff. Like buying a house or something like that. Bit of savings. Doesn't hurt anyone. Especially after I spent over £1,000 on driving lessons recently. But yeah. So yeah. No need to work out how do you do it. Yeah. Do I need to... I'm trying to work out how I... Do I just need to delete all these steps? Other than step 1, I assume. Alright, see you in a bit. How do you generate steps? Oh, cool, Sam. I think that should be put. Can you just adjust that? Yeah. Okay. Hey. No, it's not too bad. So exit that. We can save that. No, check the instructions quickly. Main model, crate 1, skeleton, crate 2. I basically for this I've just made it auto generate the steps, but for the actual final thing I'll need to probably go through and check it all over properly and also adjust page design and everything. So yeah. Sam, if you're in the stream, it's a 20. It's the Lego Batman movie one. Revising when? Yeah, I've just seen it on my watch, and even from looking at it, it's like Lego Batman movie. Yeah. Yeah, it came without the belt in some of them. What would it be? Bricklink. Can I just look up the Lego movie? The Lego movie minifigures. Oh, no, look up Batman. That works. Well, there's a lot of figures. Oh, I should do sets. Movie Maker, that one. Oh, one minifigure. Found it. Consists of 6 parts. Yeah, Ninjago's a pretty good one. I've watched it a couple of times. I like the Lego movie more, but that's more because of the memories behind it for me. Yeah, so looking. There you go. With the utility belt, it's like one. I don't know, 1p. No, let's go. Let's do £1 minimum, and max highest price is £21. So do like £1 to 20. Because on also a utility belt you could easily add because you find that piece everywhere. Even like Lego City, you've got it. No, that's right. I knew even from just basic, barely looking at it, what one it was, just from all the time I've been looking at Lego. Yeah, I like all of this. Right, I want to check. They're all sub things, aren't they? Yeah, cool. If one copy, return to parent. Return to parent. Cool. Me figures. There you go. Exit. Any plans for the summer? Yep, a lot of plans for the summer. I finish school on the 17th of June, officially, because that's when my final exam is. On the 19th, I'm basically working at a camp for the local diocese. I'm at A level, so we finish all our exams in June. I finished my final GCSE exam on like the 14th of June 2 years ago. So yeah, and then I've got a camp. I've been asked to run the sound for a thing for the local diocese at a camping thing. That's it from like the 19th to the 21st. 25th, I've got, well, I'm going back to school for, well, 24th or 25th, I'm probably going back to school for production for 24th through the 26th. Also meant to be having my leavers dinner on the 26th of June, but I'm probably not going to go to it. But then also on the 25th of June, I've also got set up for a fete that I'm basically organising, or one of the organisers. And then that's on the 27th. And then on the, where is it? 14th or 15th of July, I start work on a festival, and I'll be doing that all the way through until the 1st or 2nd of August. On the 11th of August, I then go to Denmark through to the 18th of August. On the 28th of August, I am going to volunteer at a festival from the 28th through to the 30th. Maybe the 31st, but probably end on the 30th. Then in September, I start back. September or October, I start an apprenticeship or work or something. But on the 5th of September, I've probably got an event for the Scouts, which I might be helping at. On the 11th, 12th, and 13th of September, I'm going to be volunteering at another event. And then 23rd of September, I might be going back to Denmark for another event. Do I get any money for these? That's a mixed bag of question. School production, no. Fate, no. That church thing, no. Well, probably not anyway. The festival, yes. I charge them. Basically, I started working with them for free. But then my boss, because my boss is hired by them to run the tech, so he basically said to me, "Oh, can you run this show for me? You can charge them," basically. So I started charging them money for any shows that I ran. So I ran 2 shows last year, meaning I did lighting, sound, video for an event, for 2 different events, but I also charged them for setup days. So I charged them, I think it was for 3 days, the first one I did. And then in October, I was only going to charge them again for any days I was running shows or set up. I didn't end up running any shows, but I did set up for a bit. So I was going to charge them like, I think it was $4.50. But my boss was like, you ran the lighting. No, you ran all the video mixing for all of these. So charge them for all of them as well. So it turned out to be like over £1,000, I think. And then, yeah, I'll charge them again for same ruling. If I'm running anything, I'll charge them basically. So it'll be nice. That's cool. How long are you going for? Dream job? That's a mixed bag. Basically, I want to get to a point where I don't have to work. I want to be doing like YouTube and One the Stud as much as I want to. So this sort of plan with the warehouse, with the filming and making videos and making actual films while also teaching. Not teaching necessarily, but teaching like through Lego in the warehouse type idea. Not becoming a teacher. Can't do that. Wait a minute, it suddenly stopped. I don't know. And then Also, I want to be doing audiovisual, which is what I do already. So, lighting, sound, video for live events and theatre, which I do already and I love it. But I want to get to a point where I don't have to do, say, like, if I don't want to work for, let's say, Saturday, Sunday every week, I can choose not to, and I can pick and choose basically what I want to do a bit more, rather than having to take any job that I can find. But I definitely want to be freelance. I don't want to be employed Monday to Friday every week. I want to basically choose my own hours. So, yeah. Yeah. Great. But also on the 5th of July is I found out my priest is retiring. So it means that thing. Yeah, I don't really want to work my way up. I just want to gain more skills. Is basically because, like, for me, I'm layer here. There's some guys that are sort of, you could say, are above me, but we're basically at the same level. They're just paid more because they've got better skills and things. And I'm basically a junior tech, we call me. So they're here at everyday tech. Then there's my boss there. So there's not much to go up because thing. Yeah, I saw what you did there. I submit my model to the Brooklyn Designer program for the second time. In a couple of weeks, guys, will you support me? Yeah, I think I saw it, Sam. Oh no, you made a new one, didn't you? Yeah, I'll check it out in a bit. No. Where's my file? File. And also, I'm currently in the process of being considered for LAN, so the Lego Ambassador Network. Some people don't like it, but yeah. Basically support me to get my model to become a actual model. Whereabouts are they? We're gonna have to take out those heads, which is annoying. Yeah, I will when it's actually ready to be found. And then I need to change the colour of that part there. What should we name it? Pirate Cove or Smuggler's Cove? What's that one? 400 minutes. Whoa. That's a long time watching me. How long is that? That's 6 hours. Damn. 400 minutes is 6 and 2. I think you'll be able to just click them. So that's 6 hours 40 minutes. But more like 6 hours 40. How long are you? 500? That's 8 hours. Very hard to believe. But now think how many hours I've been live if you've been watching for 8 hours. I set fire to the rain. Watch it burn. Yeah, but originally I was doing 2 hours a day, but I just had to cut it down due to stuff coming up. But yeah, I've basically been live for an hour or two a day since the start of January. Well, I can basically tell you when I started. It would have been minimum. Never knew. Yeah, but I think I started about. I didn't do the New Year. Maybe the 2nd of January, but I was definitely streaming on the 10th of January, probably the 9th. So probably about the 5th of January I started streaming every day. And almost every day I've streamed since. Set fire to the rain. That's hard for me to believe. I've been streaming almost every day. Yeah, but there's sometimes where you hop off and things in the middle. But yeah. Yeah, so it's just amazing to think how long I've actually been live. Let's say I've been alive an hour a day since January. I say January 5th. $105 ago. So let's say I started about the 5th of January. Yeah. And almost all of January there were 2 hours of stream. I've probably been live about 200 hours. That's like 8 days. I've been live about 8 days. There's about 8, well, probably not on YouTube, but there's 8 days worth of content out there of me. just building Lego. This is the Mandalorian thing. But yeah, basically we just put music, whatever comes on, comes on. Right, let me finish uploading this. Yeah, I've got some pets. Well, I've got a dog, and then we've got other dogs in the family that come here quite often. Well, not like my aunt's, so someone go work to work. It's a Jack Russell Cracker Chihuahua, I believe. Kate, you missed a conversation yesterday. Dan was planning my wedding. All the photos. I know you were here yesterday. So people were asking me where the. I'm not sure if you'd left by then, but yesterday Dan, I don't know. Dan was straight up like, "I'll photograph the wedding," when I'm like asking to be invited to the wedding. Haven't even found a girlfriend yet. I don't think so. I think there might be someone I'm somewhat talking to, but it's just like early days. Yeah, but I am the one. I'm not sure if she likes Lego. I don't know. Maybe I need to ask her. Who texted you? No, I didn't. Maybe she does, Ted. We'll have to find out. Maybe she just bite the head off a botanical. Just Is it a shame or is it not? Who knows? Yeah. I'm gonna say Duke. I'm gonna say Lego. Bit more sophisticated. Yeah, I agree, Ted. To be honest, though, you might hate me for this, but Smart Play, I don't necessarily think is awful. I just don't think it's being used to the best ability it could, and there are some massive issues with it. No, Sam, I'm not saying the name. Yeah, but sounds I can understand why they're so awful. I think people haven't thought about it from a technology point of view. They're using a synthesizer, so it means that you won't have to update the brick with some software. You can just basically, let's say Lego City makes some smart play sets. I can go get a tile from that and use it with my I think you could go over to like a Lego City set and use one of those tiles to play around with a Star Wars brick. Like that is what I think is really cool about using a synthesizer. Admittedly, bring it out in Star Wars when there's such notable sounds is a bit of a shame. So it'd be cool if you could do it if they actually brought it out in like Lego City or something different than that. And then on top of that, I don't like how the smart minifigures you can't separate them, and they're so specialized, like they've got cables and everything in them, which I don't like. I like how you can detect the figures and things, but I think it'd be better if there were just like a code on the back, like a QR code maybe, and that's coded. Don't know how it'd work, but I think it would be better than the minifigures being restricted, because that's sort of taking away from the minifigure in my opinion. What I also am very interested in doing is seeing if we can basically hack them to play our own sounds and use the systems to take over. Okay. Well, it is the first time they brought this out, so you'll notice the prices will always be higher when something's first brought out. It's actually a way that a lot of companies, even like Apple and things, well, not necessarily Apple, but a lot of companies will release it, let's say, for £700, and then a couple of months later, or maybe a year later, you'll see it's down to like 500. It's just how the marketing works, because they need to make back as much money as possible as early as possible. But yeah, I do understand all the complaints with Smart Play, but I do think there are also some benefits with it. Maybe this conversation will get me into thing. Yeah, agree. But also, choosing Star Wars to release it in first is a massive decision, because Star Wars is one of the most. You get one of the most complaints from Star Wars, it seems like. I don't necessarily think it would skyrocket it, but I think if it was brought out in City or something that isn't Star Wars, it may have done better. Maybe even just not a licensed theme, it would have done better. Because you've got all these notable sounds from licensed themes. So why you... This is basically the complaint. Why are you taking away from them? Oh, an empty land. Yeah, I just think that... What did Sam do? Give me back Sam. We need Sam. There you go. We brought Sam back. Haha. But yeah, my biggest thing with Friends is the minifigures. They're not minifigures. That's the biggest thing I hate with Friends. Yeah, I think it was just miscommunication. Um, no worries. Um, he's also not the Sam you're thinking of, Days. But Lego Friends, I don't like how the figures look. They just don't work as well. You basically had to be here originally. That's basically how they got it. They got... I'll probably tell you a date. They got admin. And also, it was a time when I needed admins a lot more. I think they got admin on like the 11th of January, maybe the 12th. But yeah, it's just a do I need them, do I not sort of thing. And now I don't. At the moment, yeah. But also, like Friends, the figures don't work as well, I don't think, because you don't have this much posability. Same thing with Smart Play. Like, they're taking away from the minifigure with it. I can understand why they've done it, but yeah. I've got rid of Sleep Well tonight, I think. I think I did, yeah. Yeah. However, Friends make some of the best sets. I'm just throwing that out there. Friends make some of the best sets. Like, if you look them up. Maybe in the future, but not at the moment. Don't really need anyone. But just look at the Friends sets. I've had many people say that Friends sets are just on another level, some of them. Like, Friends sets are a great theme. It's just the minifigures that take away from it. So, yeah. Yeah. Which one? But yeah. Um, so disgraceful. But yeah. Friends, great sets. But you can't call them minifigures. They're mini dolls. But like they have some really cool accessories as well. Like the life vests. Yeah, I know we've got some, but do I miss who? They're mini dolls, I think Lego officially call them. Well, I talked to him enough, I think. The dinosaurs are just dinosaurs, I guess. I think they're just called creatures and like they're just animals, effectively. Some of them are minifigures, but the friend system is specifically called mini dolls because it's just the connections they use. Yeah, I'm friends with Sam as well. To the point that I went to Thorpe Park with him the other day. No, I don't have any Muppets. I sold the one I've got. Hello. But yeah, Friends are pretty good. And like, if they... Yes, we did go on Nemesis Inferno. But I think if they changed Friends to be minifigures, it wouldn't necessarily take away from the theme. I've been designing Lego digitally for today to add to the Bricklink Designer program, which opened up today. But if they... Our Central Perk's quite a cool set. No, we didn't go front row. We went, like, we didn't want to queue all that time. I did stream yesterday. Oh, Kate. Yeah, we're talking about Lego Friends, the theme, not the set. The set, yes, they have minifigures, but the theme doesn't. I think that's where we got the confusion. Yeah. The set is great, but the theme, if they change the minifig... No. I think... Yeah. I think also, if they swap them out for minifigures, they come up with enough new designs for parts to what make them work for Friends that they could put that into more developed parts for City or something, and just like you could share them a lot easier than if you just continue doing it as you are. But yeah, it would just be nice to see it adjusted. Oh, thank you, Sam. Don't get banned from any though. But yeah. Anyone else got any takes on Lego? No way they've heard of me already. To be honest, it might be people that I'm like friends with online, to be honest. Some of them. Like, whose streams did you go in, for instance? I think Dreams is going to be cancelled, unfortunately. But I've loved the show. I think the show's really good. I haven't brought any sets, but that's just... Yeah. I just haven't. But Lego Dreams is a good show and things, and they come out with some great sets. Yeah, like there's some cool sets. I think it's a shame that all the themes that aren't Ninjago seem to die out. But like nothing against Ninjago, but I just think it's a shame. Only meant to be live for like an hour at most. I've been live for almost an hour and a half. We'll like a few more minutes and then we'll probably end. But let me finish writing this. No, I don't. But something that I'm considering doing is buying a Duplo set and doing like a really serious review, like M&R style. Do a full-on review of a Duplo set. Because why not? I think it'd be funny. Thought about doing it for April Fools for next year, but I think I might just release it randomly in the year. Well, it's a great investment. The bath toys are actually quite cool. And Lego's released toys for being able to be used in the water before. So I have nothing against their bath toys. Yeah, I might do that. I also need to do a final video for Nemesis. Or I should be. Maybe I won't. Because I basically did the final video in the last one I did. But I need to find a replacement for that final video. Oh, cool. What do you mean by we? Like you and Ted? Or is there more? Is that a cult of one of the dad followers? Oh, I mean, fair enough. Well, at one point in my school, oh, fair enough. Well, like at one point in school, although it occasionally happens still, not as much though. Well, people are always mentioning it as I walk around. But at one point in school, I was walking down the corridor and people started chanting from the stud. Ted, I want that serious. Maybe I need to contact your school and be like, I want one the stud club every Wednesday lunchtime. I demand it. An hour dedicated to building Lego. More views for me, I guess. We can't get rid of Music Club. Then just play music that I've written. I don't know, let's come up with a name. And then we'll put it to the fans. The Bricks. The Studs. Yeah. Any other name suggestions? Hello, Bricks. Hello, Studs. How are you today? Which friend went live? Oh, I'm not going to invite any of them. Yeah. Do you know where I stole that from, though? I kind of stole that. Yep, just there. I had to. I'm going to change up the vlogs, though, so you won't see another one for April 2. Stud Club. That's pretty cool. Stud Syndicate. Am I going to be known as the Godfather or something? How big of a fan? Because I watched you just follow. Like 2 minutes ago. Oh no, it was a minute ago. Now dream like my daddy before me. I'm not going to follow at the moment. But that's just because I don't really follow anyone. Once I was 7 years. Who are you? I don't know why I'm following you. I don't believe in failure. No, in faith. That's another thought, but I'm more probably going to do it online. I'm actually working on episode 1. I need to edit it a bit, but yeah. Yeah, it would be fun to get it up and running properly. Episode 2 of STEM with Stud. I'll be using this along with Python to code a train. I would like to buy some more and some motors and things, but for now, just going to have this one. Do I have custom code on it currently? I still have custom code on it currently, but I need to get some new batteries in it. Those are weird. I thought about making my own Lego stuff, but the issue is I don't want to jeopardize getting into like Lego Ambassador Network or anything. But it could be a suggestion. But I wouldn't necessarily want to make my own brick company, but maybe something that can add on to Lego. Nah, it'd just be one with stud. Grow the brand. The season who could ball me. Uh, Yeah. Maybe I should make myself an edit. That could be possible. Need some better quality content though. By the way, when I'm in Denmark, I'm probably not going to stream. Just for ease, because I don't know if I'll have Wi-Fi or anything, and it'll be easier to take. It'll be easier not to take my laptop when I go than take my laptop. Yeah, have to deal with border force. Probably lock me up for taking a laptop. Prefer that not to happen. I get emails from YouTube daily telling me, "Oh yeah, your live stream was restricted in Belarus and Russia because you used this music," and I was like, don't really care. Doesn't affect copyright or anything. Uh, Submit design. You'd be surprised, but also it's like two countries, Belarus and Russia, and they're all the same area, and it's like not a major country in my opinion for my fan base, so it didn't really affect me. Yeah, exactly. Hello, how are you? Let's take a look at the analytics on YouTube recently. Audience. 43 new subscribers, past 28 days. A lot of new viewers, some casual, some regular. Sherlock Holmes did quite good. I'm just taking a look at mine. Where is it? 55% on a phone, 18 on a computer, TV's 12%. Male is 70% of my audience. You're doing well, Sam, to be honest. Like, you're growing. You've been doing it maybe a month, I think. How long has your channel been going? Let me look. Do I have... Oh, 1st of April. So you've been going 20 days. Not really sure my favourite for DMF. We've only been going 20 days, Sam, and to be honest, you're already further ahead than I was in my first 20 days. Most of my audience, well, 33% of my audience, 25 to 34. And then 23 or 35. Yeah. 4% of my audience are from the Philippines. Interesting. Let's go into the top. Go to subscribers. Where's that? That's in analytics. Subscribers. See live count. Lifetime. Yeah, so I started my channel on the 1st of March 2020. On the 28th of December 2021, I only had 114. I'm not sure if you can see what is sort of suggesting your content, but not necessarily what they're watching fully. But yeah, so it's just a grind. Right, let's see. You're at about basically a month. So 20th of March. 20th of March 2020. So 20 days after I started my channel, I only had 3 subscribers. It's all about consistency. Like if you look at my channel, it was August, September time 2022. I started posting shorts. By a year later, I'd gained 500 subscribers. A year after that, I'd gained another 400. So that was September 24. A month later, I gained another 400. And then 2 years later, well, a year and a bit. No, just from content and shorts and things. I'm now at 2,000. Shorts is something that's grown my channel a lot. And I'm consistently getting subscribers now. On average, in a month, so in a 28-day cycle, on average, I get about 40 subscribers. So it's all about just grinding at it. Yes, stop motion is a long video to work, especially if you don't want to show your face or anything. The light when it's burning low. It's the sun when it starts to snow. Have a way to get home. Anyway, we've been live for an hour and nearly 40, so I'm going to end the stream. Thank you for popping in. Not overly, I like having conversations. It's like a mix. It's nice having conversations, and occasionally we get quite a few people, and then we talk. But yeah. This is One Mustard signing out. I'll probably be live again tomorrow about the same time. So, this is One Mustard signing out. Bye!